Welcome guys to Simple Dad Life. I apologise not for filming much over the months because the title says it all. Simple Dad's Life. Nothing happens. You don't want to see the boring crap that I do. Not that it's boring, but it's just the normal stuff. Of course, if we go somewhere, I'll film, but literally don't do anything exciting. Really don't. How sad. YouTube is not my job. If it was my job, I'd be knocking videos out all the time. What I am here today is we use HelloFresh for our foods. Now, this is not a product placement because I'm going to tell you the negative sides as well with HelloFresh. But it's changed the way that we eat. It's got us back into cooking. Fresh ingredients, cutting them up, mixing them all up, all that wasba jazz. Now, with the app, you go onto that and you'll see that you got the menu there. We go for a 4-day plan for 2 people. My little one didn't really cotton on with the food, so we have to get separate food for her. But every Sunday, we have to choose our foods. We add it to the basket and then confirm. That's the Sunday. You'll see the selection of foods. You just decide what you want, what you haven't had a lot, what you fancy. And then you order on the Sunday, the payment comes out on the Monday, and then it's delivered on the following Friday. So you're a week ahead. With a discount, hours for 4 days, 2 people comes in about £34.90. Not sure, it might go up to about 45 without the discount. But if you leave HelloFresh, they always get you back with a discount, so you usually get away with that. You'll notice when I'm skimming through the menu that there are things that say street food premium. They're an extra, so they're always the best looking, but if you add them, you do pay a couple of pound more depending on what it is. So you have to find the ones without anything on the pictures and then pick those for, unless you want to spend a little bit more if something really takes your fancy, happy days. And yeah, that's it. And then when it arrives on the Friday, it comes like this. So it comes in a big box and you will have 4 of these bags and then 1 huge bag which has got ice bags in, and that's for all the stuff that needs to be frozen. With it as well come the instructions. So tonight we are going for the classic New York style loaded sausages. Obviously you check the dates of the meat. You then have to plan sort of around that with the dates for the meat, but they're really good dates. They usually cover you for the time that you have it. So let's start getting the classic New York style loaded sausages going. So this is what's in the bag. So you go through the instructions. So potatoes are there, cider vinegar, whole grain mustard, sausages, brioche rolls. There's your coleslaw. Fantastic. Now I am going to admit we're going to be a completely lazy ass today. I'm not going to cut the potatoes up and make the chips. Cannot be bothered. It's Saturday. I'm fatigued. I was in work this morning. So we're going to go for the normal chips that go into the air fryer. But you can make them from the potato and then cook them in the oven. So that's something to think about. Just a lazy bum today. Simple dad life. Now they do expect you to have extras. So if you see at the bottom there, straighten it up, Paulie. Pantry. So they want you to supply the sugar, the olive oil and the tomato ketchup. And then it says 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. So you do have to supply goods when you do it, but it's 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10 is stuff that you've already got in your pantry, so don't worry about that. So first we got obviously the chips, but they're doing them in the air fryer. Make the slaw. Dun dun dun. So while the chips cook, combine the cider vinegar, sugar, olive oil for the dressing, half the whole grain mustard, add the coleslaw to the dressing and toss to combine. Let's go. Next up is preheat the oven. So we got a fan oven. So we're gonna whack that to 200. Let that warm up for a bit. Next then, get the sausage for a hot dog. Pop them on there. I could be adding sausages to this later. Don't panic. It's for Gracie's tea because she's not having the same as us. So these are going to go in for 25 minutes. I'm going to turn them over halfway through and then we'll get the other stuff going. Our next quest is to cut the onion to go in the frying pan. Now don't forget, I am not a chef, so I do it as I see it. It's probably wrong, but it all goes down the same hole, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens from there forward in. All I know is this will add to the flavour, whatever state they're in. And let's be fair, they'll be in a state. There's no arguing. They will be in a state. Can I use the excuse I'm left-handed? Nah, probably not. I've tried many times to say, it's because I'm left-handed, I can't do it. I think onion cutting is probably a bit too extreme, that one. So I've turned the sausages over. So now the chips go in the air fryer. 200 for 12 minutes. Ignore how dusty that is. Bob's your uncle. Now we heat up the saucepan. Ignore the veg, that's for Gracie Goo. So we heat that up, and then we're going to plonk our onions in with a little bit of sugar, I believe. Ignore the sound of the washing machine, unless it's always been on and I didn't hear it. So now the onions go in. A little bit of salt. Bit of pepper. And a bit of sugar. So pretty much 3 minutes on the clock. What we're gonna stick in now is a brioche buns. Get cooking, boys. And there we have the final thing. So there's your coleslaw. It's come out of the fridge. Cook the chips in the air fryer, but I've added the Mexican spice on after. Probably should be cooked with it, but hey ho. You only live once. So the sausage goes in first, the onions on the top, and then you've got ketchup across the top. And that's HelloFresh, and I can guarantee you this is going to be tasty. Sorry for the noise. Sorry for the washing machine going off, but this is a simple dad's life, and this is the house I live in. Constant noise. So let's try some of these chips. With a spice mix, really flavourful. Should have been cooked with them probably, but you know, just being lazy, that's all. Just being absolutely goddamn lazy. Let's go for some of the coleslaw. Not bad. I like my coleslaw being fresh, so when you get it in the pack of the HelloFresh, sometimes a little bit crunchy. for me, but if I mix it in with the chips and that, there won't be no problem at all. Let's try this bad boy, shall we? So the bun's crispy because that went into the oven. Oh yeah. Oh, so the brioche bun is crispy, and the sausage is really meaty, and hits you with a load of flavour. The onions, absolutely lush, and the ketchup, brilliant, absolutely fantastic. I really recommend HelloFresh to people who we got bored of cooking the same stuff all the time. The only thing is it's a commitment. So sometimes it can take 45 minutes, everything, preparing, cooking, everything like that. I'll shout if you can hear me. But we haven't looked back since we had HelloFresh. We moved to Gusto for, I think it was about 2 weeks. Not the same options, and the flavour, not as good. With HelloFresh, every meal seems to be really, really tasty, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. I will do my utmost to try to make my life a little bit more exciting. And yeah, it's a good